It is Russia lashing out as it is being defeated. And I think that we just need to be prepared for that and try to help Ukraine defend itself more.
Let's speak to Kurt Volker, who was the US's ambassador to NATO and was a US special representative to Ukraine. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
These attacks that we're hearing about across Ukraine today, were they inevitable, do you think, after what happened to that bridge?
Well, they were certainly predictable. This is what all of us were saying Putin would do. He has very few recourses on land. He can't take territory, he can't hold territory, but he can lob bombs at Ukrainian cities to kill civilians. And this is what everyone anticipated he would do. And it underscores why the West needs to really step up efforts to help Ukraine get better air defenses, something we've made progress on, but there's a lot more we can do.
As awful as this is, and there are fatalities, do you think that this is going to be a short-term reaction, kind of a one-off, so to speak, or do you think that this, because do you think this is going to continue? Because we are led to believe many times that the Russians are not able to sustain this kind of attack for longer than a couple of days.
Well, I think your colleague, when he asked a question to the woman in Kyiv, put it just right. The more Ukraine begins to see that it's losing, the more it will try to resort to what few means it has available. And some of those few means are these indiscriminate attacks on civilian populations in Ukraine. It doesn't mean that it will have a military impact. It won't change the course of the war. It is Russia lashing out as it is being defeated. And I think that we just need to be prepared for that and try to help Ukraine defend itself more. And in terms of sustainability of these attacks, there, I think you're right, that they don't have as much ammunition left, especially precision-guided munition, but even dumb bombs, they don't have as much left now as they had when they started this war by a long stretch. They've lost a lot already in use, and they lost a lot on the battlefield. And I think it is just a matter of time before the Ukrainian forces really fall into disarray. I'm sorry, the Russian forces fall into disarray. And that's something that the West should also be trying to accelerate by providing Ukraine a steady supply of munitions.
Yes. Just finally then, Ukraine haven't said that they were behind the attack on the bridge yet. But I mean, if they were, do you think they should have done what they did?
Absolutely. Russia, as we've seen for months now, Russia is attacking Ukraine all over. It's killing, torturing, maiming civilians, raping women, destroying cities, as we saw in Mariupol. This is an all-out war by Russia against Ukraine. Ukraine has every right and reason to defend itself. And this Kerch Strait Bridge is a critical supply route, military supply route for getting ammunition and fuel to the Russian forces in Crimea and the south of Ukraine. So it is a very legitimate military target. That Ukrainians actually did start the attack.
The line is slightly deteriorating, but I think we get the main thrust of what you were saying, which is you're saying more weapons to Ukraine. Kurt, thank you very much. Kurt Volker, the US ambassador to NATO and was a US special representative to Ukraine.